everyone, it's KerryPlays here and welcome back to another video. This one is quite a long video, but it is quite a big build, so do bear with me. I'm going to do my best to be able to talk all the way through the video. Now, I'm building Santa's home, as you can tell from the title. This isn't something I've researched. I've literally just gone off something from my head of what I think Santa's home and what he would want it to be if he was to live in Willow Creek in The Sims. I am going to be talking about a couple of subjects in this video just because it's so long and I need something to talk about. I have wrote down what I want to say to you guys. First of all, obviously the build, because that's what the point of the video is. So this build is in Willow Creek. It is on a 20 by 15 lot. It has one bedroom with a walk-in wardrobe. It has two bathrooms, one upstairs and one downstairs. One of the bathrooms is in a split level room next to the living room, but to get to that bathroom you have to go through the kitchen. No, you go to the living room. No, there's a door that will be created on the hallway. I'll get there in a second. And the upstairs bathroom is just on a hallway up a step split level, which you will see later on, but there isn't a split level in the bathroom. There is a big dining room for Santa for when he has all his Christmas dinners and New Year's dinners, just because he likes to have family over, but unfortunately this year he's just going to be with himself to keep him and his family safe. There is a laundry room, there's a kitchen, there's an entryway, there's obviously a living room, and this is where Santa loves to spend his time the most. There is a room upstairs with a couple of skills and relaxing things to do, as well as his balcony, and you'll see a glass roof, which it does have part of the other roof inside, but I have sorted that out once I realized that it was there, because I didn't know until I was doing the tour. This time the tour is going to be a stop motion tour, pictures where we use the other camera thingy in the game. I really can't remember what it's called. I should write these things down, but where you can press Control 5 to 9 and set your camera into a certain place. So that is how the tour is going to be this time. I gave the house chef's kitchen, gnomes and penny pixies for Santa, and the house costs 97,027 simoleons. Now, I have play tested this house, but I am unsure if either the new update has broken my game or the build, or if it's because I was using split levels and then I changed things around and things. But the downstairs bathroom sink doesn't work at all. I ended up changing it out. I put it into another room and it worked. I moved the rug that I ended up putting in there, and he just didn't want to go to use that sink at all. So I don't know what was happening there. I even moved the mirror behind it and the towel that I attached to the wall as well, and still nothing. The laundry room, unfortunately, you can't get in it, and I don't understand what was happening with it. It just, you couldn't click in there at all to use the washer, the dryer, the wash basket, to search pockets and put the laundry in the washer. But when I took them out of that room and popped them into the kitchen temporarily, it would work. So I don't know what happened with the build when doing the laundry room, whether it was because it was on a split level or not. I'm really unsure, but if you guys are having that problem as well, do let me know down in the comments. The dishwasher wasn't working. I am unsure why. I don't know if the old bug is back where he prefers to use sinks, but unfortunately he's also using the sink upstairs in the upstairs bathroom to wash the pots and wash his hands. So I feel like my downstairs bathroom is a little bit useless right now because he won't use the sink at all. So there's that. Then I didn't test the balcony, unfortunately, or anything outside, but I'm pretty sure if you guys download the house you'll be able to let me know if they work or not. Santa, well, we playtested the house. I got Santa to light the tree in the living room and it didn't light, so I also thought this was a glitch because everything else was happening while I was testing it. And I got him to do it again and he set the place on fire. So unfortunately the tree is going to be different, but you do get to see the new tree in the motion tour. and also some of the presents had obviously disappeared because they set on fire. I was deleting and moving things to try and get stuff to work, so a couple of things are different and a couple of things are not, but it's nothing major. Alright then, so the packs I ended up using were Snowy Escape, I want to say City Living then. I did use City Living, but that's further down my list. Eco Lifestyle, Island Living, Get Famous, Seasons, Cats and Dogs, Get Together, Realm of Magic, Parenthood, Vampires, Dine Out, Spa Day, Nifty Knitting Stuff, Tiny Living Stuff, Laundry Day Stuff, Bowling Night Stuff, Vintage Glamour Stuff, Backyard Stuff, Cool Kitchen Stuff, Laundry, not Laundry Party, well, luxury party stuff, and of course the holiday stuff, because we needed to use that because it's holiday time and I said so, and that's what Santa wanted in his house. This build actually was a little bit longer than I thought. When I was building it and going through everything, I didn't think the video was actually going to be that long, but then when I started editing it today, at first it was 49 minutes long and I was like, I can't have a 49-minute video, damn man. So I've had to really chop it down as much as I could, and I just wanted to make sure that I kept in all the good awesome bits, so you don't see me decorate the walls and floors and put the curtains in. Some of the curtains do end up changing during the build, and then some of the windows do end up getting moved anyway, but not to worry. This is also my first build using the split levels. I did want to experiment here and there with them for Santa's house, because why not? Santa would love to be going up and down levels for his house because he needs that. My favorite room in the house is the living room. I have to say the living room because it's just absolutely gloriously Christmassy and I just love it. And I feel that this is where Santa is going to spend most of his time. I also almost forgot about the tree that looks like a Christmas tree, but I do end up putting that in out back and two of those out front. So I'm obviously now building the laundry room, and I still don't get why it wasn't working. It was attached to the kitchen as part of the room because it was an open space, but it just wasn't having any of it. I actually didn't think to take out the light and see if the light was causing it, but the light was letting everything else in the house work, so I don't understand why it would do that as well. I also do want to apologise if I get interrupted either by a phone call or by a knock on the door. Today I am receiving a lot of deliveries for my children for Christmas. So how are you guys getting on and finding things for Christmas? Are you almost done? Are you completely done? Are you looking but nothing's there? Are you looking but everything is out of stock? I noticed when shopping online, which I have been doing for the past 3 days, so I have computer eyeballs right now, that a lot of the toys were either only in store or they were out of stock, plain and simple. I can see my voice finishing itself by the time I get to the end of this video. This kitchen, I was so super unsure about what to do. At first I was thinking, oh, I should put a middle aisle. Then it felt too squished when I did that. I did cut out that footage because I felt it wasn't necessary, being as that didn't happen in the kitchen. Then I was like, oh, I'll just put some bar stools on an island at the side here for Santa for when he's by himself, because I'll not want to sit at the big giant dining table by himself. And then when I was going through the build and thought and almost finished, I thought I should have put a bar there instead, but never mind, things are done, it's done. So with the rug in the kitchen, when I was playtesting, Santa was walking around it instead of over it, apart from when he went to go down the stairs. So I'm thinking the game has broken a couple of things with the update that we had. Then I did this room very bright red at first, the dining room. Then I changed my mind. I thought maybe that was a bit too much red. Now I know Santa's favourite colours are red and green just because they're typical Christmas colours, but I decided to pop in some black as well in the house for him because why not? Because I like black on most of the Sims items. They do make things still look really nice and expensive or nice and cheap. Depending on what it is and where it's placed with, black can go with virtually anything I also did miss a bit of footage for me doing some of the living room. You do see me do first part of the living room, but then when I start putting up the Christmas decorations and things, I forgot that my recording was on pause and I didn't unpause it because I'm a noodle. But you do get to see the finished living room in the tour at the end, so don't worry about missing any details. They will come soon enough at the very end. So yeah, I'm disappointed that this build doesn't work just because, and I'm going to say that it's the game's fault and the update's fault. But I do generally love this house. If it was fully playable, it would be a lot better. I have played a little bit with Santa in my game. I did build him a basement for other things. He wanted to go eco, so why not? He's got some roof solar panels and some wind turbines up there, and then I also built a basement for him to put the maker's thing downstairs, the fizz machine, the fabricator, the recycling machine, and some of the water recycler thingy-majiggies. I put them down there in my save just because we could, and learned a bit more about the eco lifestyle thing because I haven't played with it that much, and I just wanted to do that with Santa because why not? In other spaces to talk about, how are you guys doing and getting on for Christmas? Are you panicking? Are you just taking it easy and getting what you can? Are you finding it hard where you are because some places are still in lockdown or have severe restrictions? I'm still not really going anywhere. The only place that I go is to my children's school and back, and most of the time I'll pop to our local store as well while we're up there because we have to walk past it to get home anyway. So it's like, well, if we need anything, we'll just pop in. I do try and do most of the online shopping, but this week I'm having a lazy week because I can. So I'm kind of doing little bits for YouTube this week, and then I'm doing little bits in the home, but I am taking an easy week because I know the next 2 weeks starting from Monday is going to be a rush for me, and I'm just relaxing before the rush hits, that's all, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. This bathroom is the bathroom that doesn't work, unfortunately. The sink, I have no idea what was happening with that. I just didn't want to use it. I thought it was the counters next to it. I thought it was the mirror. I thought it was a towel on the wall. I do remove Santa's bath stuff because I felt they actually needed to be upstairs in his bedroom. So I don't remember if I moved them before or after doing the motion tour. Then I moved this rug because the green square normally indicates that it's going to clip into something even though it's physically not, and it's not going to work. So I have God knows what idea that was happening for this, and it was quite frustrating going through it. I also noticed that turning things on an angle on the split levels makes them disappear into the floor. That is also really frustrating. Now this ends up changing this entryway. I do end up building a wall next to the stairs instead because I felt this table was pushed to the back and out the way. As much as nice as it looked, I felt it just didn't look right where it was, so I do change that. I also love Santa's bedroom. It was originally red and green, but then I changed it up, and that ends up looking better. I think it ends up looking really nice and awesome for him. And I also like his walk-in wardrobe. It is a bit big and there is a lot in there, but I felt because of his big fat puffy coats that he wears, he needs a lot of room for those coats to be hung. Although they are pretty much the same colour, I'm pretty sure Santa has more than one of the same coat that he wears, because what will he wear while the other one is in the wash? So I felt he needed a big wardrobe because it's Santa and Santa said so. Don't you find it frustrating when you have everything in your settings set to what they should be, and then for no reason they change, and then you don't find out until you're playing back your voiceover and you're like, why does it sound like I'm using 2 microphones or the wrong microphone? Apparently my editor has decided to change from my Razer microphone to my web camera microphone. Now I do have a pretty good web camera. I have the Logitech, I think it's the 930, and the microphone isn't bad, but it can hear everything and it can pick up everything. Now I have a pretty good high-end computer and it picks that up revving, even though when I'm talking on the video you can't hear it because it is quiet, but I think the vibration from the computer rises to the camera because my camera sits on top of the unit that everything is in, and it shouldn't have changed. I have everything automatically set to the Razer. It hasn't been unplugged. It's only been turned off when I've turned off the computer. And it's super annoying when you have to figure out why it's not sounding how it's supposed to sound. Do you guys have that problem as well? You go in and it's either the wrong voiceover, wrong camera, or wrong microphone, or it's trying to use something else? Let me know in the comments down below. I didn't know that the plant I put next to the door on the landing was actually floating. I didn't realise until I was going through the tour, I do believe, or when I was watching the tour back, that it was floating. So apparently, as well as rotating items on an angle on the split levels as them dropping into the floor, they also raise off the floor. I don't remember if I sorted out the plant because I think I'd already uploaded the house to the gallery when I noticed. So it is, if you have downloaded the house or you're going to download the house, the plant is floating, do make sure you put it on the floor. Oh dear, the things that happen in The Sims recently, it's just everything all at once at the minute, isn't it? So onto his luxurious bathroom, as I like to call it. Has a shower and a tub just because why not? There's plenty of room in here. It's still nice and spacey. Nice big massive tub. I have played this bathroom, all of this bathroom works, and Santa fell asleep in the tub, so I was like, well, at least the tub did its job of him relaxing. Now I thought because of the chimney that Santa could have another fireplace upstairs, because why not? I feel that is Santa's thing. Santa's represented by fireplaces, green and red, and lots of Christmas things going on, and mostly mince pies, but our Santa doesn't like mince pies. Oh, Santa likes cookies. Lots of cookies. That my kids give him on Christmas Eve. What do you guys get your kids to give Santa on Christmas Eve? Are you a traditional mince pie person and cookies, or do you prefer to do something totally different that people don't do? Share those in the comments down below. I'm curious as to what other people do for Santa's snacks on Christmas Eve. We also don't give Santa alcohol. We feel that Santa doesn't need to be drunk on the job. So he either gets milk or water, or we buy him a milkshake sometimes. I usually take my kids shopping for the Santa food and they'll choose what they want to give him. And obviously we get the reindeer some carrots, and we also have some reindeer food that has the reindeer glitter in, so that Santa can carry on flying around the world, because I'm pretty sure at some point in the night Santa would most definitely run out, so we like to resupply him at our house. Also, our Santa is really good when he comes into our house. He snows all over the place, but he takes his shoes off at the doorway when he comes in, and he leaves his shoes there when he delivers the presents, because it's secret. We don't want to talk about it all over the carpet. So Santa is a good Santa at our house, and we do have signs everywhere to say please stop here. He knows to take his shoes off. I think Santa knows everybody's house rules, because Santa just knows. Santa is Santa, he knows everything. My kids every year always ask me the question of how he gets in the house if we're trying to be safe and have the doors locked. So we have a Santa key, and I tell my children every year that Santa's magic can only unlock our front door with Santa's key. So my kids put the key outside on the doorstep. We have a back door so nobody can actually see the key to come and pinch it, because that would be devastating if that happened. And Santa, and only Santa and Santa's magic, can open our door to let himself in, and then he does the same leaving, and he leaves the key back on our doorstep, and then in the morning we'll pick it, I'll get the kids, the one who didn't put it on the step that night before brings it in. So there you go. That's our little story of how we do things here at my house. So this is Santi's walk-in wardrobe. I do realise that there is a light on that right wall there. I didn't realise until I was playtesting the house, and I do remove it because I was like, why is there a blue glow in the wardrobe? Why does it look like the wardrobe's on fire? This shouldn't be happening. How could a wardrobe set on fire? Like, literally, this is the Sims. Everything was going wrong at this point. And then I realised that I left a light there. So there is also possibly a light randomly in the wardrobe inside the clothes in Santa's walk-in closet, so do make sure you check that and remove that if you're going to download the house. This is a balcony I didn't get to test. I'm assuming they can get to it. I don't see why they wouldn't have a problem, but then again, with the problems I've had with the rest of the house, it wouldn't surprise me if this area didn't go to plan either. It did actually scare me when I was doing the playtesting because I was up high on this level and I could hear these flames flickering, and I'm like, where is that coming from? And obviously I knew about the fireplace on this floor, but I was like, that's not the fireplace, that's another sound. And it sounded like a proper fire, and I was like, it sounds like there's another fire. This is not funny. He's already set the house on fire twice. I don't need this right now. So, and then I realized it was that, what is it, a coffee table fire outside thingy-majiggy. Santa decided that in the spring and the summer he's going to grow some plants, so he has his planters outside ready to go. He's got some snow people out here, and I do put sprinklers in the pots apart from the one in front of the very window because the sprinkler wouldn't go in there. It kept floating. It was annoying me. And then onto the Christmas trees that I pop outside. I pop these two big ones in the front, and then I actually put some round here on the fencing area. I did do 3 at first, and then I was like, nah, Santa wants more, so I took out the street lights instead, and I popped in some more of these trees instead. And we're about to head into the cinematic tours. So thank you guys for coming and checking out Santa's home today. If you're not subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe down below. If you keep on coming back and watching my videos, I would super appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a like if you liked it. Don't forget to leave your comments down below about some of your traditions that you do for Santa when he's coming. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now, and I'll see you soon.